For Denver, 73.6% on the year. Baptiste against Trent Harper, who's a terrific face-off man in his own right. And it looks like Air Force will come away with the first face-off of the game. So 1-for-1 for the Falcons in that regard. It's the third man on that attack line, Schwartz. They call him their little jitterbug. On with top point scorers Chris Walsh and Nick Ruby. And here's the first face-off win for Baptiste. 825th of his career, the fifth most in history. Oh, by the way, he's only a junior. But it's hard to fathom the sort of success that he's had. But when you look at Trevor, when you talk to him, he's such a big, strong, athletic guy that you understand it as he will come off the field here for substitution. 22 goals, 17 assists for French now in the year.
He's done an excellent job shooting 53% on the season, which is amazing.
And Baptiste, another one-on-one face-off win. No help from the wings. He's doing it all himself early. Walker guarded by Nicholas Accardi, the senior. As Denver, they can do this to you. They can grind out possession after possession with Baptiste's success. Nearly 74% of his face-offs. We like to utilize our talent as much as we can in any spots. And Paxton Boyer, the freshman, started the year. They felt Rose gave him a better chance. He asked the coaches if he could get a shot. In the Jacksonville game on March 25th on, he's been the guy.
He has, and he said the defense has responded really well. He's very vocal in cage and just does an excellent job directing the defense. And part of that, he thinks, is because his ability when he was playing as a practice player, as a short-stick defensive midfielder, that really helped him see the defense and understand it more.
Rose watching French now, who has 2 goals and an assist. The sophomore number 4 has contributed to all 3 Denver scores. Here's Connor Donahue. He'll work his way around the long pole of Jeremiah Hemme, 6'5". Game started at 3 local. You saw an entire table of sunscreen out in front of the Air Force locker room. Well done, have to lather up. Is it the goalies that affects most, you think, the sun right now?
The passes can be an issue for some of the players on the field, but definitely the goalies. I mean, they really have to see. As a player, you can kind of position yourself. You have their goalie, Mitch Rose, have a huge game in goal, double-digit saves.
All right, it's now 6-1 Denver in faceoffs. It's 7-4 Denver in ground balls. Yet Air Force is only down 1. Why?
They should be thrilled. Just put Denver shooting, just when they, even though the faceoff doesn't guarantee a score. So 11 shots in the day for Denver, 3 goals scored, an opportunity for them to improve.
Josh Rajinovich, the second face-off man, is out for Air Force now, as Baptiste has won 6 in a row against Trent Harper, and Baptiste comes up with this one. Baptiste will take it in on the feed. Long pole shot is wide from Colin Squires, backed up by Denver. Bill Tierney told us when we talked to him earlier in the week as well, that if there's something that can go wrong with Connor Cannizzaro sometimes, it's that he cares so much. Sometimes he tries to put the team on his shoulders. He must love this. The fact that Cannizzaro has not scored, and yet the Pioneers lead by 3 as we get a violation. Beg your pardon, a timeout taken by Air Force. Point of the year. Again, Rajinovich, who won the last one against Baptiste, fights.
This is what Air Force needs to make it a 50-50 ball. Cannizzaro is able to come up with this one.
But you like the fact that they jarred it in the quarterfinal round. Got the winner of Notre Dame and Marquette. That game at noon tomorrow. The winners of those two will face off next week on Long Island at Hofstra University. Won 74% of his draws.
I mean, he can carry, and especially if they go far in the tournament, just a game changer. See him win another one. I love that he answered the phone. I mean, if I'm making phone calls to ticket season holders and I get a random number back, wow.
And Baptiste buries it for Denver. Wing up us.
He does an excellent job, not only just garnering the possessions, but he's a threat in transition, dished out a couple assists, but also can go to goal. He practices his shooting, he looks around, excellent placement of the shot. Wide open. I mean, and then the other opposing defenses know. They know that he may look to go to cage. So defensively, you have to be aware that when I'm sure he was glad that the Tuarden phone call didn't go to voicemail. But I'm impressed. I'd love to know what he answers all the random phone numbers.
He's a telemarketer's best friend, Trevor Baptiste. Here he is again. Maybe number 2. Baptiste will take it and bounce it low. That is, I think, the lacrosse equivalent of a heat check right there from Baptiste. Ball out to midfield, the ground ball.
Different shot than we saw in the first half, and finally is able to finish.
And here's another face-off win for Baptiste. He'll score another! Baptiste is buried.
Denver finally building some separation. Baptiste with another win. Explosion offensively. And talk about mixing it up. His first goal was scored low. This one,
he's on pace to set the all-time record. There's a long way to go, obviously, as a whole nother year of college. But here is another face-off win by Baptiste, and he does it in the blink of an eye.
Really honed his craft in the face-offs in high school. Didn't really start playing lacrosse till later. Was a very skilled swimmer.
Can the Falcons start winning some face-offs? They have Harper back out there against Baptiste, and it doesn't really matter who's out there right now. There is no kryptonite currently for Trevor Baptiste.
Offensively, just their ability to switch gears from working the ball around, the possession, wearing down the defense, and then just kicking it in, working the motion offense, and then going to go hard has really been tough for Air Force to cover.
Technical violation against Denver, beg your pardon, and this face-off will go to Air Force. You figure an offense isn't doing much, but is that what they can do? They can sort of lull you to sleep?
Well, as a defender, you got to be looking at ball and then the surrounding players where you can help. So sometimes you can overthink things.
Unsettled off the face-off win, and Air Force has a second with a flag to boot. Trent Harper, the
See, unnecessary roughness is the foul called, and you can just see that after the goal scored. And Coach Tierney not happy.
And Gaines was a player who drew the ire of Bill Tierney on the goal from Schwartz when he looked away and let Schwartz get free to cage. He'll be taking out some frustration here. And the faceoff will go to Denver, a man down.
Once again, a close game. If you look at just the box score, this is why stats can be so deceiving. I mean, Denver has the edge all
of the afternoon. Baptiste against Rajinovic here for the face-off. And Baptiste again dominates. Ball is jarred loose here. And Baptiste has it on his stick, knocked out along the sideline. Going back to Denver, and again, Eric Saramet is going bonkers.
He doesn't like that push call.
It's just on the pylon. And again, Baptiste the edge on the face-off. Beating out Harper, who was the best face-off man in the SoCon this year. Christian Bergdorf finds himself in the offensive area for Denver.
Some excellent things, yes, and I think that's both offensively and defensively, and the face-off, there's not really any room to improve there.
And Baptiste will win another. Couple of goals for Baptiste, but he'll leave. And Trevor Baptiste, like clockwork, 19-4 in the face-offs for Denver.
I love his ability not only to win possession, but there's no stall there. He just takes the ball and is able to just continue at top speed. There's no point of hesitation.
And Trevor Baptiste's mom has seen quite a performance from her son today. The Tuarton finalist wins another face-off for the Pioneers. He has won 20 of the 24 draws in the game.
First team All-American selection as a freshman. First freshman to do that since Mikey Powell at Syracuse.
Field here. Harper tangled up with Baptiste, and Baptiste comes away like magic. Baptiste a bouncer wide. He was searching for the hat trick.
I'd love to get his shot clocked. I mean, some of those have some serious speed.
Today he's got 3 goals this afternoon. And yes, it is still afternoon, I think, technically, here in the mountains. It's 4:50. Evening starts at 5.
Shooting 53% coming into today. And you know what that means? You should be shooting a lot more. Amazing. It's always great to have teams winning a national title. Sometimes that energy can spread, and the hockey and lacrosse teams very close.
Yeah, Bill Tierney told us how much his players love being around the hockey team.